righty. Welcome back once again. Wednesday night edition of Inside the Headset. We're live and going to roll up on the plateau. Going to talk to the head coach of the Cookeville Cavaliers, head coach Jimmy Maynord. How you doing tonight, Coach?
Hey, Stork, I'm doing okay. How about you?
Well, I'm doing all right. Getting ready to go see. Just got off the phone with your good buddy Kevin Creasy, and going to go watch that game tomorrow night between him and Lipscomb Academy.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. I'm anxious to see how that transpires.
Well, it should be. I hope I get some good video. Surely to goodness I will, but we'll see how it turns out. It's been 2 weeks since we talked, Coach, and win against White County and lost 41-13. The Cavaliers are young, but White County's pretty good, aren't they?
You know, they are pretty good. I think they played a really good Mount Juliet team last week, and I think at one time it was 34-32, and they ended up, I think they got beat by 12, 44-32. But they do have a good football team. I'm very familiar with them. My grandson is a senior on that team, and I've watched him. He's a linebacker there for them, and I've watched that group play since junior pro and all the way up. And they got a good group of kids that have played together for a long time, and they do have a good football team. Coach Frazier has done a phenomenal job of turning that program around, and I can't say enough about how good they are and how well he's done turning that program around.
Well, and I appreciate you. You've been in the business a long time. Giving it up, and you understand them. When they got a good ball club, the kids are playing together, and maybe they're not all 4 stars, but they execute well on the offense. They play the defense, keep the ball in front of them. It's fun to watch, isn't it, Coach?
Well, and yes, and they they're aggressive. They got some big linemen, and they got Malachi Dowell, who is a phenomenal football player. He is very difficult to tackle, and then they got some other kids that a Strode kid that's almost as good as he is, and it really makes it difficult. They're a good football team, and I think you're going to see that throughout the rest of the season.
Well, can they get hot and get in the playoffs and do a lot of damage if they get to rolling, Coach?
I think they've got a shot to definitely get in the playoffs. I mean, really, this is the first year that they've even, been eligible to even make a playoff.
Yeah.
And it's a tough region that they're in. That Mount Juliet region is a tough region that they're in. But, they lost a heartbreaker to Station Camp. They actually had to lead, through a pick six and then snapped the ball over the punter's head. They had a 10-7 lead and snapped it over the punter's head, and it rolled down on about the 6th, and they lost that game 14-10, which they really shouldn't have given up any points. And they'd be sitting really good right now in region play. But they do have a good team, and hats off to them.
Well, then you turn around and you play Warren County. Warren County didn't get to play the first 3 games, and I guess you was the game they got to come out and play, and they were hungry, wasn't they, Coach? That was game 4, but that was their first one, wasn't it?
No,
okay.
They actually played Mount Juliet the week before and really had a really good game.
Okay, so they did get in a game against Mount Juliet. Go ahead.
Yeah, it was 14-13 at half, and ended up, I think, 30-something to 20, but Warren County surprised me because I know they graduated a bunch of kids a year ago, but they're your typical Warren County team. They got big old linemen. They got the skilled kids that can run, and now I'm not trying to take anything away from them, but we kind of have self-inflicted wounds there the first half. We had a 7-0 lead, and we got them punting to us, and we're back on about the 10-yard line, and they punt the ball, and it hits off one of our returners' legs, and they recovered on the 8, punch it in and scored. And we got about, 30 seconds left in the half, and we got the ball out about midfield. We run the ball and just trying to get in at the half, tied up 7-7, and we fumbled, and they pick it up and score, and it ends up 14-7.
So you was nice to them twice and really put yourself in a bad position, or otherwise it should be 14-7 is what you're telling me off 2 big plays, and we always talk about how those big turnovers can kill you.
Well, it should have been 7-0 at half, really, and then we end up scoring again, end up 21-14. But they did a good job. They like I said, they had some big linemen. They do a good job of controlling the football and milking the clock. We only had 10 snaps the whole second half. We had 10 snaps, scored one touchdown, so we didn't get enough snaps. We couldn't get them off the field, and they've done a good job. But again, we're having trouble getting out of our own way sometimes, and we've got to eliminate those turnovers. Turnovers cost us the football game, and it does. And I've told our kids, you don't win football games, you lose football games. And when you turn the ball over and have unnecessary penalties, that just comes back to haunt you. And we've kind of been snake bit on those type things. And we're working to try to correct it. Our kids are positive. We're still working hard. And unfortunately, we're facing a very, very talented Gallatin team who's had some of the same issues, but they do have a lot of good football players on that team. I mean, it's they got big linemen, they got a lot of skilled kids, and they're definitely not a 1-4 football team by any stretch of the imagination.
Where do you think you are, Coach Maynord? I mean, we've known since seeing your ball club the week one, and when you played Upperman and everything, that they were a little bit young and everything. And when we talk about being young, I mean, they haven't really played any high school football, and you're asking them to play 6A football it's just a little bit different.
Well, we're our kids work hard and play hard. I mean, we're not as talented as we've been in some years. That's for sure. We're very small. We're small on the offensive line. I mean, really small for the 6A level. But our kids are, like I said, they're going out every day and they're battling. And we've gotten better. We're better than we were, and we've, as bad as it seems, we're a play or two away from being 2-0 in our region. We get the ball on about the 6-inch line against 11 with a chance to tie the game up, and then we're throwing it in the end zone with a chance to tie it up at the end of the game, and we end up getting beat 21-14. And as I told you, we turned it over twice and gave Warren County 2 scores, which we can prevent that, and we get beat 21-14. So that's how close we are to being 2-0 in our region, but again, you can't make those mistakes and win football games. That's just, it doesn't happen that way, especially when you don't. We have to work hard. We have to work hard on both sides of the ball because we don't have the big play guys and on either side, and we have to work hard, and we can't make mistakes and get behind the chains and overcome it. It's just difficult.
Well, Coach, we wish you the best of luck. It's always great to talk to you. I love having you on the show because, I know what you're battling up against. Of course, I'm looking forward to being there week 9. We're going to be there for the Blackman game, and looking forward to that matchup. But good luck against the Gallatin. And both of you are 1-4, so one of you's going to come out with a win. Hopefully it's Cookville.
I hope so, Stuart. Hey, I appreciate you, buddy.
All righty. Take care, Coach. Bye.